All right. So you got a chance to listen to the View.
Yeah, they didn't talk much today. I
They
guess.
didn't say nothing about Georgia, the whole thing with Herschel Walker
Mm-mm,
and
mm-mm.
all of that.
And think about it. They in New York.
No,
They'll
but it
probably talk
affects
about it
the
after it happens.
yeah, but it affects like the Senate or whatever.
They had their talk
Is
the
your
other.
Wi-Fi off? Okay,
Mhm.
go
They
ahead.
had their talk the other day about
Uh huh.
all of this because remember they gave their little they input on Raphael and they showed Obama's comment. They can't talk about it every single day, so that's why I was saying yesterday.
And then he say stuff so stupid every day that you don't even know.
I know.
But you know what? After today, though, if he wins, though, it could go either way for me.
Some people
as
may
a comedian,
pick him just to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. As a comedian, I could go either way with him. I could want him to win because that's comedy gold for the next I don't know how many years, or if he loses,
people would be waiting to hear what he got to say.
If he loses, then we don't have to hear from that bucket.
I'm glad I won.
Yeah,
like when I played in the football, when I would win, and people be like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah, he's a
4 years of this or whatever many years they do.
But I just see him showing up if he wins as Jeffro, like on the Beverly Hillbillies.
What do you mean?
Showing up in Washington with a big lunchbox.
country.
Just not country, because country don't like people saying that. He just hillbilly.
Hillbilly.
Yeah,
is that what country. The word is?
Yeah, okay. Not hillbilly, because it's people in the South that's like, don't do that to us.
But you know what? My mom is from the South, and she would call my dad country.
That's what I'm saying.
Funny because she's from that down South area,
right?
But she's in the city.
My
dad was in the country part.
Yeah, more hillbilly-ish. They rather you say hillbilly like than say
they
country.
can get away with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, what are you starting off with?
That the whole thing about the graphic designer.
Mm-hmm. What about it? Some people don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's been on the news for the last week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Back the Supreme Court judges backing designer opposed to gay marriage.
Okay.
It was
a lady who does a website.
She does website design,
and she didn't want to do one for a gay couple.
She felt because it would go against her faith and her religion and her belief in regards to gay marriages.
Okay.
Not gays, but gay marriage.
So you shouldn't be forced to do something in your business if it's against.
That is a very, very touchy conversation right now going on. And a lot of people were concerned because Sonny brought up again, people have not been people have been losing trust and faith in our Supreme Court judges. You know, and a lot of them show different diversity. So the black lady, is it Kataji?
Yeah.
I may say her name wrong, you guys. I should know her name. Was concerned because it can be, if everyone is pushing for this to happen, then how far do we go with private businesses, private organizations saying no to you for various reasons could be discriminating.
Okay.
If I come in as a black person, you may still say I don't serve black people.
Right.
Going back 50, 60 years.
What if you a hairstylist and you do black hair and somebody white come in and they want you to do their hair and you say I don't do white people's hair? Is that racist?
That's what the thing. Sarah brought up a good point. She said the discrimination can be really cut and dry if we know somebody because of their race, because of their sexuality. But she says when it starts to get into religion, she said there's been things done in the name of religion that's still wrong.
Right.
Across the globe.
Right.
Women being bothered and violated, religion.
Right.
And all of that. So it's a really touchy topic right now because if you do say to this lady as a graphic designer with her own company, we are behind you. You are right because that's your faith, and your faith does not want to support that or to be on whatever the word was when you're saying you're encouraging that, and that's something you don't believe in. How far do you go with private businesses now doing this?
Or what if it's like, what if it's like,
some people did the opposite. They say, what if they come in and they want to do a swastika on a cake and some evil comments about some, the Jews or whatever.
Or not even
Can
a swastika.
you say no to them saying,
but not
I ain't
even
put no swastika on
not
nothing
even
for
a
you.
swastika. That's too extreme. What if somebody comes in and you are a Christian company or a Christian baker, and they want to put they want you to bake a cake that's derogatory to Jesus, and you say, I'm not baking that.
Can you refuse to take their business?
And they say, well, that's my religion. Our religion, that's what we feel about Jesus. And you say, no, I don't. My religion don't support that.
Now you see how using that example makes it really touchy, because I thought for me, I don't know if each
it's
state,
not cut and dry in my opinion.
It's not cut and dry, and I thought private owned businesses, I thought they had that option to do that.
And she's private.
She has her own company. I don't know if private considers.
Yeah, see, she probably get tax
when you
breaks.
are a private person, that means you're not getting anything from the government, right? You're privately owned. Mm-hmm. You're not getting any money from the government.
Stock exchange or nothing.
You're private. It's like a private school.
But then how's that different than, like you said, you're a private company and you don't want to serve black people?
That's taking us back. And how it was. Some couples, interracial couples couldn't get married, or some judges, some people that can marry them could say, no, I don't.
So I guess
I don't agree with interracial marriages.
So you say, so maybe they have to look at it as long as they're not making you do something. Well, no, because if that's against your religion,
this is a religion thing.
There's religion that don't believe in race mixing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I went to Mine's high school was like that.
Yeah, that's what Sarah's saying. When you start to do with religion, now where is it? And then Joy brought up an example of the opposite. The opposite of that. What if I'm as a person that comes into your place of business, like you used an example of, that's that person's faith, and it's against your faith.
Yeah, I don't know about this one.
Sarah did bring up a good point.
In my opinion, I felt like what them being gay or whatever has nothing to do with going against contradicting her religion as far as web design. I mean, what are they going to do? What are they asking her to do? Some special project in the gay community, the web design, or is it just a simple? In other words, was she just doing a simple web design, and it had nothing to do with them being gay or nothing?
I think it does.
She just don't want to do it because they're gay.
No, I think it's more to that, and that's why everybody's having a problem with it. It's the messaging. She's promoting their message. She's promoting their message as being gay and married is fine. Okay. She don't agree with that. So if you were doing it to I guess if it was a business thing, some people are about money. It don't matter. I'll show you. I'll help you put your message out. Your message may even be against me.
And then it's her.
I don't like black women. Black women are blah blah blah.
And then it's her company, a quote unquote gospel or Christian company. That's another thing too.
That's another thing too.
So, like, to me, a church is different. Like, if you're a gay couple and you can't demand that you go to a church and say you have to marry us. That's my opinion, because the church is different.
Church is under a different,
or it's just the whole premise of the thing is that it's a church. Is her company a Christian, quote unquote Christian web design company? Or is it just a web design company?
I don't believe it is a Christian company.
See, so see, in other words,
look at Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is not a Christian company, but the owner of Chick-fil-A is.
And that's why he can't do that. He can't discriminate and say, no, you can't, if you're gay, I don't want gay people working here. But if Chick-fil-A was a Christian
company,
chicken place that people come and you pray over people when they come over and all kind of stuff, then I can say, I don't know, because now you're starting to move into, it's almost like I was saying the Girl Scouts. Like, no boys should be in a Girl Scouts. The whole premise of it is little girls coming together. Nobody wants a snotty-nosed boy sitting there. And while little girls are coming together to talk. Same as the Boy Scouts.
But even with the Boy Scouts, are you okay with a little girl who identifies as a boy?
And that's a whole nother. I mean,
it's like, wow.
Now that I don't care, because Yeah, you're right. Because now it depends on what you look like. Now I go into looks.
Oh, no.
If you are transgender and you want to use a female washroom, you better look female to me. You better have on lipstick and everything else. Don't come in there with a haircut like yours. Talking about you transgender. With not this thing you got on the top of your head, but just all shade.
She's trying to throw shade on the side.
And then
about my hair, like this thing she got on top of her head.
That's what everybody always
know.
Okay. But don't come in looking like a man, and then you want to come to a female washroom.
Who are we to say that what a man and woman looks like?
No, that's what I'm saying. So I can't go by you just saying you transgender. Same thing with the man in the man's washroom. A woman transitioning to a man.
Right.
She better look like a man.
Don't come in there. Don't come in there star with lipstick and your hair and the long eyelashes. But then she could be a drag queen.
Well, don't come in the man's washroom dressed to drag.
But if they got to use the man's washroom, they can't go in the women's washroom. See how our society has become.
But if you're a drag queen, you are exaggerated. Yeah. So they know you a man walking in there in the man's washroom.
And you'll use it the manly way.
Yeah. But if you are a man and you look and everything about you is like a woman, I would not want you if I was a man coming into the man's washroom.
See,
that's just me.
Look what we're going into now. This lady, that's a good question though. With her web design company, no, they're not considered. I don't believe a Christian web design company. Yeah.
So let's say
she's general.
Wendy says, "Hello, beautiful stars." Hey, Wendy. Emerald says it's a slippery slope, and nowadays you have to be careful of what you do or say. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a slippery slope, and it's also so many nuances in there that it's like it's not, and nothing is cut and dry anymore.
You can't do cut and dry.
There's
gray.
Do cut and dry anymore.
And I know a lot of people of faith, they don't like gray because gray to them is not making a decision.
Because what if you are a wedding planner, has nothing to do with Christianity or nothing, and a guy comes and he wants to have a wedding, or a woman wants to have a wedding, and they marrying like 6 people, and you say, I don't do that.
I don't believe in that, or that's a hard.
I'm not going to do a wedding. I'm not planning a wedding and you marrying 6 people, even though one of them is legal.
Yeah. Because you
made
a good point with what information is this gay marriage couple asking her to build on their website. I'm sure it does speak about their being gay. Yeah. And the messaging, she's probably gun-ho. I'm not going to be helping. I'm not going to help you deliver that message because I don't believe in that message.
But she can't do that if she's not a Christian web designer.
And like I said, if I had a company, if I was a Black woman and I had my own company like hers, and the person wants me to design their website, and their website is about Black women and degrading us, how low we are, how ugly we are, whatever, I'm going to say yes to give me your $500 or whatever money you give me, and I'm going to promote your messaging, which is against me.
I don't know.
That's a hard one. It really is.
Let's see. Wendy says, next thing it'll be no Blacks. Emerald says, I can't keep up with all the new labels and am fearful of screwing it up. Yeah. The good thing that we all have, guys, in common is we're not young.
Yeah.
We kind of get away with it.
Oh, because we're older.
Like if
my mom gets away with it.
They get 80-year-olds get away. We get away with it too. You kind of They come down on us, but not as hard as they would if we were younger. Mm-hmm. If you were like in your 50s and above, they kind of give you kind of a leeway because this is so foreign to us that it's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Whereas somebody younger, they have no tolerance for you at all. If you're young and you still trying to migrate through all of this. So I don't know. That's a tough one. So what happened on here? Do you play this or no? You just got this up.
I think play it.
All right.
I think she says something.
The case of a graphic designer who says she doesn't want to work on same-sex weddings, even though no one has asked her to, because it violates both her religious and artistic freedom. Take a look.
I want to design for weddings, and I want to design in a way that's consistent with my faith. But Colorado is censoring and compelling my speech and forcing me to create custom artwork, custom expression that goes against the core of who I am and what I believe. And the state of Colorado is saying you must set aside your beliefs to communicate a message that goes against what you believe. That should be frightening to all of us. Nobody should be forced to communicate a message that goes against the core of who they are.
Well, here's what's interesting. No one has asked her to create anything. She hasn't done it. This is a hypothetical, okay? Yeah. So the Supreme Court conservatives seem poised to agree with her. But here's what I want to know. Whose religious freedom are we protecting? Because she's pooping on my religious freedom. The whole idea in the Constitution about freedom from religious beliefs is that you don't have to subscribe to your neighbor's belief. That's the beauty of it. I can believe what I believe. You can believe what you believe. Now, I understand some people may not want to do certain things, but let's put it like this. I get hit by a car in the middle of the Colorado winter wonderland thing. And I'm taken to a hospital where a doctor says, well, I don't like her politics. I don't want to work on her. Where's that what's being protected there? See, we've been through this. And the outcome of this is people saying, I don't want to serve you because you're black. I don't want to serve you because you're gay. I don't want to serve you because you're a woman. You're not acting the way a woman should. So whose rights are we protecting? And what the hell is going on with the Supreme Court that they don't recognize what this is?
Yeah,
that's a touchy one, is it?
And here's the other thing. I kind of agree with Whoopi. It's not about what we think.
It's about what our customer.
What does the law say?
Oh, the law.
And the Supreme Court should be going by the law.
Yeah,
and not by how you feel.
Yeah.
Because if you go by how we feel, like we said, it's too many nuances in there. Mm-hmm. It's too many. Well, it's like I said, it's good when you're the one that's in power, but when you're not the one that's in power, what does the law say?
You know what? Sally Fields made a comment. She was on later on, and she's in a movie now where her son is gay and his partner, and she actually becomes a surrogate mom for his partner as well, because I guess he's had some issues as well. But one of the comments that she made me think, it's about relationships and love. That's general. Mm-hmm. Whether you love the same sex, whether you love the opposite sex, whether you love, whoever you're loving, it's love. Love is a general message. Whether your marriage is a general message. So people can look on the other side of this graphic designer and say, can you just talk about marriage for them? His name is John. The other guy's name is Jim. But marriage is still marriage. One another, trusting each other, loving each other, being there for each other.
But no, you can't.
Here's our story.
You can't.
Why do you got to go because they're both men or they're both women?
Because Christianity has so many different layers to it. There's people who are Christian who say, if you are homosexual or if you are gay, you're going to hell.
But that's not her job to judge that couple. She's trying to take on God's role as God of the judge or judger. If you don't agree with the people that your customers are coming in and through the door.
That's true.
I
just thought of something.
Go ahead.
She's also labeling sin.
Thank you.
Because what if it was a couple who came in and asked her to design something and it was a man and a woman and they weren't married? Is she going to say, are y'all fornicating?
She's not going to condone it.
Yeah. If you're a Christian and you believe homosexuality is a sin, you also believe fornication is a sin.
Exactly.
So then you can say, then I'm not doing yours either because y'all live together.
Or he may be married to his wife and having an affair.
That's another thing.
Come on.
Or she could say, I don't want to do your web design because you're not a born again believer.
Yes.
And I believe you're going to hell. Have you I don't do any web design if you haven't accepted. If you have not accepted Jesus as your personal savior,
yes,
I will not do your web design. Now, if she is consistent, straight down the thing, I don't do web design for people that are not born again believers.
I believe.
I don't
they
do
come
web.
And just say, I believe.
If you're not,
they want her to do their cake, their website.
If you're a born again believer,
I'll be what you want me to be.
Then I will do your web's design. That's number one. But even with that, now let's still go down the checklist.
Okay.
You're a born again believer, but you smoke and you drink and you do all this other stuff. And I'm an evangelical and all that. I don't believe in all of that.
Okay, you should be doing that. If you love the Lord.
So now I'm not doing your web design because of that.
See, that's what Whoopi is
now
saying.
You're a Christian, but you're a backslider.
That's what Whoopi is saying. How far do you go with this?
Yeah.
I do see her point because, yes, she is feeling like, wait a minute, I don't want to put the message out there about this gay marriage, and I'm not about that messaging.
Yeah.
But where do you draw the line with I? It's about I.
Wendy says sin is sin. People think homosexuality is the number one sin. That's why I'm glad we're talking this out. Mm-hmm. That's why you can't do that. Because if you're going to do that, then you're saying homosexuality is a greater sin than any other sin. If you believe that homosexuality is a sin.
The gay marriage thing.
And Jesus wouldn't do that. Mm-hmm. He would say it's all trash in his mind. If it's sin is sin, he's not going to differentiate between which one
Sarah was even challenging this whole situation. Now, would she do a website for a gay man that comes? Or is it just a gay marriage? And Sarah said, let's think about this. She probably has done websites for gay. Some people don't show their sexuality.
She wouldn't even know they're gay.
You wouldn't know they're gay really until they tell you or whatever.
Exactly.
So you've done probably websites from fornicators, adulterers, gay people.
Fornicators, I'm sure. Has she done a website for anybody not married and having sex?
But Sarah was saying she's talking about marriage, and in the eyes of God and her faith, gay marriage is not.
Yeah, but she's also talking about marriage, and the Bible talks about not being unequally yoked. So is now she going to get into the people's business to find out if they're equally yoked?
They're equally yoked. They're both gay.
No, I'm saying even though they straight, is she going to start looking to see if these people are equally yoked now? Like, how much are we doing this? Are you going to do an 80-year-old man and a 20-year-old girl that come in?
Oh, no, that's a big age gap. I can't do that. See.
Are you going to do an 18-year-old girl and a 95-year-old man that come in, do their wedding?
But the point you did make, you took us back to the Supreme Court judges.
What's legal?
They if they're starting now to get into people's faith and their,
so
they thought we were separating church and state.
They're considering
it. Sounds like they're going.
Wow. Okay. Wendy says, or Emerald says, too many parables when it should only be about fair business to all. Yeah.
I want your money.
That's it.
I know the messaging,
and if you don't want to
gray, but I'm like,
and if you don't want to service what is legally serviceable, then you can't have a business.
But think about this.
You just don't have your own business.
But no. I've been to some organizations and their celebrations on the whole wave versus that overturning that. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of faith-based people who are trying to change the law so they can hinge it on a law.
Yeah.
If there's a law in place in states where gays can't get married, that's a law, and she will follow it.
Yeah.
To the T. That's what a lot of their goals are, is to change the law to help benefit their the faith and move it forward.
Wendy says, how can you screen them? How would you know? Colleen says, I appreciate you ladies. God bless you guys. Hi, Colleen.
Hey.
Wendy says, it's an invasion of privacy. Yeah. Whew. So here's my thing. This is where I stand on this.
Okay.
I have to separate what my personal feelings are with what's legal. And if I can't abide by what's legal, in my opinion, then I can't have a business and service the public. If you can't go by what's legal, not to discriminate against anybody for whether their sexual preference or whatever,
they're married to,
whatever, then you should not be allowed to have a business. That's my opinion. Or don't have a business that's customer related. You need to have some kind of business where you creating layups or something. Wow. And you put them in a box and send them to people. Get away from customer service. Okay, well, if you're going to service the customer, then you need to service the customer.
No because now the customer is,
it's too many, like our friends are saying on here. It's too many parables.
Yeah.
Too many things. It's too many of, well, I think this and you think that. And it has nothing to do with being Christian, because not all Christians think the same.
That's true.
So you can't do a cut and dry and say it's against my religion.
Remember,
she's a lie if she says that, because not all Christians think like that.
Remember our pastor friend who was very concerned that the laws were going to change to make churches
marry other people,
marry gay couples.
And now where is he?
He said, "Oh, I can't wait."
And where is he?
I feel bad if I marry a gay couple because I don't believe in that.
And
blah,
I don't.
Blah, blah.
And nobody's going to force me to.
Oh.
And where is he now?
Well,
He's gone.
yes.
Exactly. Like I said, if you can't abide or roll with the punches, you can check out early. God will take you on the glory.
But I'm going back to what I was saying before. That's why a lot of conservative Christians are trying to change the law so it can, the churches won't be hurt. They don't have to do like with this lady, this graphic design. Well, understand that's where some of them when I go
again, it's good when you're the one in control.
Here's the thing. When I go to a women's conference, a Christian women's conference, and I see the person in charge of that conference's husband gets up and talks about voting. And talks about voting Republican,
regardless if it's buckethead.
I'm thinking like you got 20, 30,000 women in that audience, and you're talking at a women's conference about Jesus Christ, and you talking about voting.
Right.
I'm telling you, a lot of Christians are trying to push that agenda to change laws.
It's nothing wrong with saying voting, but you should be telling people who to vote for.
Yes, that's what that person was doing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
They was trying to get the women in the audience to understand the importance of making these laws like this.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Change.
They trying to regulate.
They trying to put with the Bible. Yeah, the Bible itself, which everybody don't agree with the Bible.
Again,
make it a law for this country.
Again, it's your interpretation.
I know.
Not all Christian churches think the same. There's churches that say women can't wear pants.
We got so many denominations. We can be here all day talking about what each denomination believes in.
Yeah, that's not.
And one of them is women know where thou that pertain to a man.
Go back to the old days.
Oh, wow.
This is the part I wish that they do go back to the old days.
What?
Go back to the old days where you service people, but you know when somebody don't want you there. There's places that you can go right now.
Black people felt in the day. What are you doing in this diner? Don't you see that sign? We don't serve your kind.
You don't even have to say nothing. See, you can't say that no more.
You can't.
But you can make people feel a certain kind of way.
Uncomfortable.
So go back to those days.
Like they throwing your food down on the table.
I've walked into places, or even here in Illinois.
Yes.
I walked in and everybody turned around and looked like, why are you here?
We walked in a bar. Didn't you walk in a bar?
I've walked in because we deliver for Uber and stuff. I've walked in these places and
they turn and go,
why are you here? I've walked into Latino establishments.
Yes.
And they all turn and look. Why are you here?
You know when the
don't speak
when
Spanish?
the Latin music stops,
they all looking like she knows she ain't supposed to be in here.
Senora,
right.
In the wrong place.
So go back to that part I agree with. If she's a good web designer, and then they come and say web, and show us some designs, and then she just shows crappy
in the paper like this.
Yeah, here I'll show you some designs, and she shows like the worst designs in the world. She ain't got to worry about them going to her.
Sarah said for places that deal with food, she said, I almost don't want to use their business because if they don't like me, I don't put in my food.
Exactly. If I walk into a diner and I'm the only black person and they all looking at me like,
I don't know what be in my eggs.
I'm not ordering nothing from this menu.
No.
So,
but I know some people.
Go back to those days.
You know what, Kim, the problem is there's some people who will walk out and then there'll be a vigilante group coming saying, shut this place down. Yeah. They spit in my food.
Yeah, you're right.
People will come at you and your business will be shut down.
You're right.
So, oh well.
I don't know how you get away with it, but
this is a good topic.
Just be rude.
We'll see.
If you don't want something, they discriminate against fat people all the time and all that.
Yeah.
In these clubs and stuff, you could try standing by the velvet rope with your fat self and try to get in. I don't even go to clubs. I know I could never. I've been standing out there all night. They have excuse me. Can y'all two step to the side? Wait a minute. Why y'all let 20 other women come through?
Those women, because they look the part.
Are y'all discriminating? No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not.
You don't let fat people in.
No, we didn't say that. We just move. You two move to the side.
And you still be over to the side. 5 hours standing there.
Yeah. Go back to the velvet rope. Do that.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay, but this is not stopping. This is gonna be a ongoing conversation.
Well, the Supreme Court, they shouldn't be discriminating against anybody or even thinking about it. If it's not legal, they shouldn't be thinking about it. Well, this Supreme Court, y'all already know.
I'm afraid that they'll make it legal. That's
I already told y'all we're going back to, it's going to be instead of whites only and black only, they're going to have whites only, black only, and I don't know. unknown.
Big question mark.
A question mark.
You could be biracial with something and they don't know.
They're going to go back to, it's not going to be whites only, black only. We probably won't even be around by then, guys. I'm 50. Not. But it'll be something along the lines of how you identify. That's where you go, or drink out of this fountain or that fountain, or go into that washroom. Or
I don't even know if they can do that anymore. You got we have a generation that's growing up that don't see that color like that. Well, they're not even putting check mark on whatever their race is.
So then that is a total opposite of our Supreme Court.
Yeah.
Which means it's going to be more January 6th events happening.
Oh, gosh.
Mark my words. And it won't be Trumpsters doing it. It'll be liberals.
Oh, wow.
They'll be marching next. Mm-hmm. But the difference between, they keep thinking they Republicans. The difference between them is they're going to knock them down. They're going to be using them as target practice. Yeah.
That whole front line. And everybody be like, ooh, I guess we need to leave.
Yeah, I'm not the same. Y'all don't have the same privilege.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Oh, speaking of privilege.
Trump organization convicted in executive tax dodge scheme. This just happened.
Breaking news.
You heard this, Ma?
Yeah.
Breaking news. Donald Trump's company was convicted of tax fraud on Tuesday in a case brought by the Manhattan District Attorney. A significant, what is that?
Where you at?
Right here.
Repudiation.
Yeah, I'm thinking of
that line that the mouse was over it. I couldn't see.
Of financial practices at the former president's business. Mm-hmm. A jury found 2 corporate entities at the Trump organization guilty on all 17 counts, including conspiracy charges and falsifying business records. Wow. The verdict came on the second day of deliberations following a trial in which the Trump organization was accused of being complicit in a scheme by 2 executives to avoid paying personal income taxes on job perks such as rent-free apartments and luxury cars. The conviction is a validation for New York's prosecutors who have spent 3 years investigating the former president and his businesses through the penalties. What is that? Though the penalties aren't expected to be severe enough to jeopardize the future of Trump's company. As punishment, the Trump organization could be fined up to $1.6 million, a relatively small amount for a company of its size, though the conviction might make some of his future deals more complicated. It won't do nothing. Trump, who recently announced he was running for president again, has said the case against his company was part of a politically motivated witch hunt,
of course,
waged against him by the vindictive Democrats.
Witch hunt.
Trump himself was not on trial, but prosecutors alleged he knew exactly what was going on with the scheme. He always finds a way not to be attached to stuff, don't he? Yes. All his friends be going to jail and everything. He'd be like, "See you later, buddy. I see you when you come out."
You got caught.
I guess he's not as dumb as we think he is.
Joyce said, until I see him in an orange suit, I'm not going to think nothing that's going to happen to him.
The case against the company was built largely around testimony from the Trump organization's former finance chief, Alan Weisselberg, who previously pleaded guilty to charges that he manipulated the company's books and his own compensation package to illegally reduce his taxes. Why do I feel somehow that Kanye gonna be talking about this?
Oh no, with Weisselberg. Kanye, he'll be out on this.
He gonna be like, "I told you, Trump.
See,
I told you."
Then again, I don't want you being my partner, my running mate. You got too much red flags going up with you. Yeah. Both of them. So this is the news
and
today.
Someone commented, someone needs to tell me how the company owner, Trump, is unaware of crimes being committed over decades when he himself signs the documents that have resulted in the indictments against his company.
Yeah, of course he knows. He's gonna play like he don't, because he's getting advantages as well. Did he not have to pay his federal taxes as well?
And you know why people are going to vote for him? With this conviction of his companies, people are going to vote because they're gonna say he knows how to wiggle and get things done. Even if it's not legal, he knows how to get things done, and that's who we want in the White House.
And they still gonna agree with him that it's a witch hunt.
It's a witch
hunt. They're trying to pull him.
They're not showing Joe Biden's business deals and all of that. That's
Democrats.
what they're gonna say. Okay. Emerald says the man has always used tax loopholes and has been very vocal about it. Yes. Well, he said that. Remember, even Dave Chappelle said that. They said, "You don't pay your taxes, or you frauding your taxes." He said, "Yeah,
I don't."
So what?
And your point?
That's what I do.
Y'all need to take some hints from me.
So I think this is going to make, and it's weird to even say this.
What?
This is going to make him even more popular with his people.
Why though?
Because he knows how to make money and knows how to rip people off, and he's done it for decades, and still they can't bring him down because he's not he says, "I don't know nothing about him."
But don't you think they're doing it one by one? They're getting the people around him. They tried to get at the family, and they're still looking at the family. The daughter has walked away with her husband.
She's smart.
They're trying to now get the people around his inner circle. So they're slowly climbing up that ladder to get him. Eventually. So why would he, other than his people that follows him and loves him, wouldn't people pull away and say, he's showing even more messiness. Let me really jump ship now.
Regina says, "Good evening, ladies." Hi, Regina.
Hey.
She's on Facebook.
Okay.
You know what? I don't know.
You thinking this is it? Keep his audience loving him?
I think keep his audience loving him. I think nothing is going to happen with this. This big breaking news.
Well, we'll see.
And again, I agree with Joy. Until you see him walk out in an orange jumpsuit, it doesn't matter what these people are saying.
Okay, we'll see.
All right. What do you think? That this is going to do anything?
I think that it would add to the list, the checkoff list of people getting tired of him.
Emerald says he is a hero to those people. Yeah, he's like what's his name? Rob from the Rich.
Oh, Robin Hood. Rob from the rich and give to the poor.
Yes, he's a Robin Hood.
He's robbing from the government
and giving to. He ain't giving to nobody, but he's like a modern day Robin Hood.
They don't like.
He's robbing from people and the government, and he's.
So you're talking about like people who don't like who don't trust the government.
Who don't trust the government? You might as well rip them off and take whatever you can.
They ripped us off for years, Trump,
and dismantle them and knock them down.
Go for it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. So this just makes him look like more like a hero, in my opinion. All right. Tampa police chief resigns after telling deputy at traffic stop, "I'm hoping that you'll just let us go." You told me about this story the other day.
Yes, that made the big news.
The police chief of Tampa, Florida, has resigned following an incident last month in which she flashed her badge to get favorable treatment during a traffic stop while riding in a golf cart. Tampa Mayor Jane Castor announced Monday. So the mayor and the chief of police are women. Isn't that something?
Yes.
At Tampa. It is unacceptable for any public employee, and especially the city's top law enforcement leader, to ask for special treatment because of their position, Castor said in a statement. Chief Mary O'Connor stepped down upon the mayor's request following an internal review, according to Castor. The incident took place on the evening of November 12th when O'Connor and her spouse were riding in a golf cart on the streets in Osmar, Florida, near Tampa. A Pinellas County Sheriff deputy pulled the couple over because the golf cart did not have a license plate. The deputy's body camera captured footage of the interaction, which was posted by the Tampa's police department. They really don't like her for them to do all of that.
I know.
O'Connor, sitting in the passenger seat, asked the deputy,
"Are you recording?
Excuse me, are you recording?" And then he tells him, "I'm the police chief in Tampa. I'm hoping that you'll just let us go tonight." As she shows him her badge. First of all,
there's taping.
Well, first of all, there's so many things wrong on this. You're supposed to have a license plate on a golf cart.
If you're doing it on the street, I think.
I didn't know you could do that.
Apparently
that's number one.
Okay.
Number two, if you ask the man if he's recording, and he is, you shouldn't say none of this afterwards.
Thank you.
So
Thank
she's
you.
stupid.
I know. Maybe it's time for her to sit
That's
down.
probably why the mayor got rid of her, because in my opinion, this doesn't constitute you getting rid of your chief of police.
Something else you
Maybe,
think is going on with her?
They probably don't like her, or they've been trying to get rid of her.
But she may have done this before.
Or something. It's something. This doesn't warrant.
It's not cut and dry.
To me, this does not warrant you getting rid of your chief of police.
This
is a slap on the hand.
Right.
This is a fine or something.
Right.
But I'm not going to fire you because you did
Remember,
this.
our chief of police, it's not ours, but Chicago's chief of police was found sitting in the car, laying in the car drunk.
Yeah, that's more like, or crack or something like that. That's what
he ain't there no more.
So then she says, "You look familiar." The deputy responds. Oh, he says to her,
"Yes."
The deputy responds before letting the couple go. So he let him go. He didn't write the ticket.
I didn't see that. Go ahead, keep going.
O'Connor apologized Thursday. In hindsight, I realized how my handling of this matter could be viewed as inappropriate, but that was certainly not my intent, O'Connor said in a statement. I knew my conversation was on video, and my motive was not to put the deputy in an uncomfortable position. That's kind of what I'm saying, because she asked him if he was on video.
Right.
And for her to keep talking after that, she obviously don't think what she's saying is wrong.
Yeah. Can you let this go? And why did he let it go? I thought he wrote her a ticket.
Well, do you write a chief of police a ticket?
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't, because then
you
get put on dog poop.
No, Andy Griffin. Barney wrote a ticket to the mayor. His car was parked illegally, and he didn't know it was the mayor's ticket.
See, you didn't know.
No, he didn't know, and the people was teasing him, and he wrote the ticket and gave it to the young driver, and he said, "Sir, do you know whose car this is?" And then the guy said, "This is the mayor," and Barney got nervous, but he still said, because he wanted to look good with the people that were looking at him.
Right.
Well, no, he still broke the law, and go ahead and give him that ticket. They gave him a award for that. The mayor was appreciative that he was doing his job, even if the mayor got in trouble.
Well, not in the beginning, I think.
The
people liked it, didn't they?
No, the mayor was okay.
If anybody knows that Andy Griffin is
Barney got nervous and was drinking the liquor that what's his name? The guy that comes in there all the time, drunk all the time, put some liquor in the water. Barney was so scared, and they got the call that the mayor was going to come there to see him.
What's his name? You should know it.
Otis.
Okay.
That Barney got nervous, but they were coming to see him to give him an award for doing his job, and the mayor appreciated that. I thought this woman would be doing her job and say, "I'm sorry, officer. Go ahead and write my ticket. You're right. I should have known that we needed a license to drive this car." What is wrong with her?
Emerald says women in power can't take these kind of liberties.
Oh, Lord.
So I don't know. I feel like
and you just reading on, he didn't give her a ticket.
He
should be let go.
Well, no, she said that's why she did it on camera, because she didn't want to make him in an uncomfortable position.
But he should have gave her the ticket.
No, they can let people go. When we was in our police...
Not when you're being recorded.
No, when we was in our police academy class, they said they have the liberty. Yeah, they could give a warning, or they don't have to give you a ticket. I don't know if many of y'all know that. We took police Citizens Academy class, and we were told they don't have to give you a ticket. When they pull you over,
they can give you a warning.
They can give you a warning,
and
or they can still let you go. And on camera. They can do it all on camera.
Warnings,
it's up to their discretion.
And I even used the excuse that, don't you remember me in the citizens class? And he laughed. He said, "Yeah." He said, "Would you slow down, Wood sister?"
Did you say that you was in police academy class when he pulled you over?
I did what
that. So you did what she did.
Yes, I did. But I'm not the chief of police.
And the other thing too,
I'm just some people cry their way out of tickets.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
The other thing too, if I was famous, I would say something.
Not on camera though.
I would say it on
camera.
They
film you now.
I don't care. I would say it on camera. I'd be like, "So you don't know?" Say no. The funny thing is, if you say it and they give you a ticket because of that,
thank you.
If you say, "So you don't watch the Woods Report?" Let's say we got millions and millions and millions of followers.
He'll laugh.
And then he pull us over, and I go, "I'm Kim from the Woods Report." And he go, "I know."
Here, Kim, slow down.
Or what if he says, "Oh yeah, I recognize you. You know what? That's good." But I don't think you should be like, "Don't you know who I am?" Not like that.
You know what? I think they're starting to not do that as much because they're on camera now. So they got to really. right now, police officers need to do all they can to
And
stay
look
on
at this.
top of it.
The mayor said, I had high hopes for Chief O'Connor as she was off to such a strong start by reducing violent gun crime. See, that's what I'm saying. Why would you fire her for this if she's reducing gun crime in your city?
Go back. I don't think he fired her.
She was getting ready to. She resigned.
She resigned.
In the midst of getting ready to get fired. They was getting ready to fire her.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I just felt like any police officer is not above the law. Like we're trying to tell Combe over. He, as a president, you're not above the law.
Mm-hmm.
And as a chief officer, she should have said, "You got me on camera." She said, good work, officer. Yes, go ahead and write the ticket. What's the right thing to do, you guys?
Well, it says Castor, the mayor, who appointed O'Connor chief in February, said the city will begin a nationwide search for her successor, with an assistant chief filling in the role in the interim. The process is expected to take several months. See, I don't think it warranted that. The deputy who stopped O'Connor did not face a review or any disciplinary action.
Okay.
See, that's why I'm saying it's up to him whether he decides to. And most people wouldn't, because you don't want to.
Well, let him be the one to say, "Hey, I recognize you. Aren't you the chief of police?"
She didn't say not to give him the ticket. You heard what she said.
She
just
said let this go.
Me?
No, she said, "Can you let this go? Go back." She's on video even saying that.
Right, let's go back. That show you how you can read something and still.
Where does it say? Traffic stop.
The incident took place, then blah, blah, blah.
She said,
sitting in the passenger.
Are you recording?
Are you recording? And then tells him, I'm the police chief of Tampa, the police chief in Tampa. I'm hoping
that you could let us go tonight. Let us go tonight. Let him make that decision.
You're right.
You're the chief of police. I recognize you. You know what? Let this be a warning.
And she shows him her badge.
Get your tickets. Make sure you get your tickets so you can be able to drive on the street.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, no, you don't say, can you let this go tonight?
She should have just said, do I look familiar to you? And then he go, oh, are you the chief of the police in Tampa? She go, yeah.
I sure am.
He go, you know what? I'll let it go.
Thank you. Let him be the one.
You're right. Because she put him in how they doing this? Like a sexual harassment.
What? Okay.
When you in a powerful position and then you talk to somebody in a lower position, they don't have a choice. Because the way you say it, it makes
it's a messaging behind.
Yeah, like everybody, you're the boss, right? And everybody's like Elon did. Everybody staying late, working 18-hour shifts this weekend. I'm hoping everybody in here is going to be able to do that. I'm sure there's no one in here that's not going to be able to work 18-hour shifts. Okay. Who's going to be the schmuck that raises his hand and says, I can't?
I would have been.
No, but I'm saying, doing that the way he's coming on.
Because I don't get it.
Yeah.
I go by how I feel, and then maybe they may let me go. Because remember when that one job we all worked together and I kept complaining that we had to call telemarketing? I did telemarketing. I don't like telemarketing.
My sister's the worst worker.
But I'm thinking telemarketing, you have to put on your really professional voice.
We all did.
And you got to sell.
We all did. I don't know how we all three was there at the same time. I think my mother had a night job.
Yeah.
And she worked telemarketing.
Yeah.
And then we decided that we was going to
work with her. Yeah.
You might have came second.
Yeah.
You was there.
Yes.
And then I came.
Yes.
So Lenore, my mother would call and get a sale, you know. Then Lenora would call and nobody would buy whatever she was selling.
Sell.
So you would hear her. You know how you had those what's the things that separate everybody?
The cubicle,
the walls. I couldn't see her, but I could hear her complaining in her cube.
Yes.
These people, nobody wants to buy from me. I'm so embarrassed.
People hate telemarketers. Oh, why I got to keep calling?
And we all doing our job. So then I would call and sell. Ding, ding. Like Seinfeld. When George, that guy was coming in selling computers.
Tell the story. There was
and there was
who spoke like
there was
Herschel Walker.
Yeah, it was some black people that was there. And some of them was ghetto as all get out.
Oh my God.
And the people answered, hey, what's up?
How you doing?
I want to know, what's your name? Okay,
you want to buy this?
So I got this thing right here, right? Okay,
Shoot.
so okay, it's good. I'm telling you, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Don't say don't get off the don't hang this phone out. This is good.
Listen to me. I got
listen.
Got more to talk about.
And then 2 seconds later, ding, ding, ding. I got it.
got a sale. I was mad as heck. And she got a lot of sales that night talking like that. I said, oh my gosh, she's talking like Herschel Walker. And she getting sales. I don't get it. I'm being professional. Hello, sir. Hello. It's the mother of the home. The woman of the home.
What it is you are fake. And she was real. People know real when they on the phone, whether it's broken English, whatever.
God.
People know real.
That girl got a sale.
Real recognizes real.
I quit that job so quick. I said telemarketing is not for me.
But anyway,
we digress.
That I don't know how we got on that, but that's an example, I guess, of what? Why'd you say that? You don't even remember.
I don't even remember.
Let's see. Wendy says, did you hear about Common's new love? Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, about him and Jennifer
Hudson.
Yeah, we was talking about that.
We'll
about
see how long that lasts. Kim said because they both from Chicago.
But Common go through girlfriend. I say she got a good year to 2 years.
Because she's been counting the average of
time
frame with each woman.
He's never been with anybody longer than that.
2.5, 3 years.
2 years. No, two.
Erica Badu was 3.
I think Erica might have been two and a half.
I thought Serena was near almost 3 years.
No, it was all of them was two or one
on the average.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if you want a baby, no, she already got a baby, Jennifer,
and he has a child. He has a daughter, right?
And then if you want to get married, you're out. And she didn't marry to David. She was with him for years, so they
may last. We'll see.
What about North Carolina power plant blackout and deliberate attack racially motivated? Yeah, they the North Carolina power plant went out.
I know. It was attacked.
Yeah.
You talk about prepping though.
I've been telling y'all about prepping.
You guys.
And this is the one thing y'all need to understand. The fact that a whole grid can go down that simple tells you that our stuff is behind. We not cutting edge.
Somebody can go and tamper with it like that.
We're not cutting edge, y'all.
That's
so I keep telling y'all to prep.
He shut half the city down, whoever that was.
Go to our prep channel. The link is and all of that is on our page. Go to our prep channel. We talk about prepping for the winter.
These kind of situations.
Prepping for the summer. Prepping generally.
You
can have power backups. You have some water filter system. All of that.
Yes.
So,
but yeah, they talked about that on the news.
Yep.
And that's sad.
Yep. So and it's going to be more of that.
Yeah.
So you need to be able, and it may be things where you may not be able to leave your house.
Yeah.
Like COVID.
Yeah.
Or it could be something going on, race riots or something where you're not going to be able to leave as you be more comfortable staying in your home for a little bit of time. So you need to have food in your pantry.
Yep.
So prep, y'all. We keep talking about that. That's our other thing. Thanks, Wendy. Wendy says, sure, you're right. Yep.
Okay.
All right. Tory Lanez.
What's up with him? Okay.
Tory Lanez, the trial started. Remember I told you.
But it says he's facing new felony?
Yep. The trial started with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay.
Remember we talked about that.
They put it off a little bit.
She says that they was all drunk. First of all, they was at Kylie Jenner's house. And then it all broke out. He was flirting with Kylie Jenner allegedly. And Megan and her friend got mad because both of them allegedly sleeping with him at the same time, didn't know. They all found out that night that they all sleeping with the man. So then they sloppy drunk. They in the car, and apparently a fight broke out. And allegedly, Megan said she got out the car, and Tory grabbed a gun and pointed it at her and said, dance. And was pointed at her feet.
And it went
and then and that's what she said, and he shot her in the foot.
Oh no.
So he's saying he didn't do that. He's saying he did grab the gun.
Was he holding a gun though?
No, we don't know. This is all while the trial is going on.
Okay.
But the gun residue, you know how they had that left, was on her friend's hand too.
Ooh.
But her friend saying she didn't shoot. So it's 4 people in that car. The bodyguard, who is Tory's bodyguard.
Okay.
Then there's Megan, and then there's her friend.
Okay.
So we got 4 people. This has been going on forever. He say, she say, he say, she say. Now we finally get to the trial.
Okay.
And now we get to hear what's really going on and what's the evidence.
Okay.
Since the trial has started, they started a new thing against him, a new
they found
felony charge. While the trial has officially started for Tory Lanez, where authorities are charging him for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, the Shade Room has exclusively learned that the Canadian rapper is now facing a new felony charge.
Okay.
A source exclusively tells the Shade Room A new felony charge was added in the Megan Thee Stallion case. Tory Lanez has now been charged with discharging a firearm in a grossly negligent, negligent manner.
Negligent. So he did fire it.
Well, this is a new charge. So that means that they must have something on him for them to do a new charge that says he fired, not necessarily to hurt her.
Okay.
But that he might have been drunk and waving a gun and whatever.
Okay. They gonna figure it out.
So maybe that's smart for them to do that, because if you got to prove he was trying to shoot her, that might be harder to prove.
Okay, but fact that
to prove that he was just waving a gun all willy nilly and drunk, is easier to prove.
Okay, got it.
The charge was added Monday and carries a maximum term of 6 years in prison.
Wow.
He has entered a plea of not guilty.
Okay, of course. Wow. So this starts now.
According to Hot New Hip Hop, Tory Lanez has named billionaire Kylie Jenner and business executive Corey Gamble, that's what's her name's boyfriend, with the hips, on his list. He has hips.
Oh my goodness. On
his list of potential defense witnesses. If subpoenaed, Jenner and Gamble may have to testify.
But they
a source exclusively tells
But
the
were
Shade
they
Room.
at the actual? I know it was at her house.
No, but what they can do is
his character.
They can talk about what happened at her house, what led up to
that.
That
is not going to help him. No.
If he can prove that the girl, the friend did it.
Oh.
Because she found out that Megan was sleeping with him, and she was sleeping with him. Okay. That gives motive.
Okay.
And if Kylie comes in there and says, yes, she was upset. So when they left my house,
they give her reason.
They was fighting,
especially if there's residue on her hands too.
See,
okay,
so that's good.
All right, defense lawyer. I
and
know
he's short.
He's paying some
Look
big
at him.
money. I know.
He about the height of that car.
Dang.
Tory Lanez is short. Look how short he is.
Dude. Is that an SUV though?
It don't matter. Look how short he is, though.
Yeah, you are short, dude. I wonder who's taller, he or Kurt Franklin.
So they should have said he climbed out the car to shoot her.
You know what?
He didn't jump out no car.
From Canada. Okay. We'll see where this goes.
And this the one that punched August Alsina. August is the one that had the affair with Jada Smith.
Yeah.
Tory is the one that got in that argument.
Okay. So he's a loose cannon. He has anger. See, and if the prosecutor can kind of pull that out, then with alcohol,
to me, all he has to do is prove reasonable doubt. He good.
Yeah, that's true.
Emerald says this whole situation is so messy. It is.
Okay, we'll see.
But finally, the trial has started, y'all. It seems like it's been forever for this stupid trial.
Both got good lawyers. They both sides got some good lawyers.
Wendy says August says he's gay now. You know what? I don't believe that.
The one, and that's the one that what's her name slept with.
And guess why I don't believe it?
Why?
If y'all noticed in that video, they didn't kiss or nothing. The guy, August was, oh, you don't know about this. August, okay. I had to fill her in, y'all. August Alsina is the one that was with Jada Pinkett.
Right. The friend of the son.
The friend of the son.
Mm-hmm.
And recently, he was on Surreal Life. You remember Surreal Life where all the celebrities move into the house?
Which one was he on?
Recent. It hasn't even started yet.
Oh, okay. Not with the basketball. Not with what's his name?
No, no, that's Big Brother, wasn't it? That was Big Brother.
No, that was
Odom.
That wasn't Big Brother.
Odom was on Big Brother.
No, not Big Brother. The one that's with Kim Cole, and
I don't know.
Tamar.
Tamar was on Surreal Life.
If that's Surreal Life, I don't know what show that is.
Tamar was on Big Brother, but I don't know if she was on Surreal Life. Anyway,
and Dennis Rodman, that one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, anyway,
go ahead.
Surreal Life.
Okay.
And you know how they had those diary room sessions where they talk to the camera or whatever. Mm-hmm. So he gets on there and says that he wants to share this wonderful love that he has for this person. And that this person, since this person has been in his life, great. It's wonderful. He never said the word boyfriend. He never said anything that, what I'm saying? Like, He just said, I have a new love. I want to share my love with everybody, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And this guy comes out and he comes up and then they hug each other. And he said, this is the person who he's talking about. So
guy.
it went all on the thing that he's gay, that August is gay, because he brought this guy on the screen
He
with
said
him.
it's new love.
We don't know that, because let me tell y'all why I think that he was a plant. First of all, August is fake. August does stuff every time a new album comes out. He does stuff. They was going back into records and saying that this dude is either his brother or his cousin. I don't know.
It's a relative,
right? Or either his brother, like a half brother, which he could say a newfound love. If that's your half brother,
you found out who he is, you connect
and
with
changed
him.
your life forever. Or relative
so right
that you
now
don't know.
It's just a rumor right now.
We've never seen any pictures of them embracing each other and anything like that. So that's why I don't believe it, y'all.
Wow.
So I don't know. We don't know. And if he is, so what?
Well.
But I don't think he is.
Okay.
All right. Wendy says, what do you think? That's what we was thinking.
Okay.
True says she was on Surreal Life too. Okay. Tamar probably, yeah.
So
I didn't know that.
If that's Surreal Life that Dennis Rodman was on, so what's his name wasn't on that episode?
Oh, I don't know.
Because there was a black guy on there that I didn't know who he was.
That might have been
August. He was a rapper.
That August is not a rapper.
He's not. I think he was a rapper.
Okay, and you know August when you see him, right? I don't know.
Not really.
He's cute. Cute guy.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, but if he is gay, so what?
Okay.
But I don't think he is. August is a troller. So, and you got to remember he's friends with what's his name? Not Jada's son. Jaden.
Right.
And he's a troller. He always says he never says he's gay. He just says things that make people troll. So, and I don't think he is. He has a girlfriend.
Okay, we'll see.
But they do that. And Tyler, the Creator, the rapper, they do stuff like that to try to be trolling people. All right. Mariah Carey, real quick. Mariah Carey allegedly asked Nick Cannon to carve out time for their kids. Did he not say?
Surreal Life, How to Watch Season 7, Tamar, August,
yeah,
Dennis Rodman, Frankie Muniz, and other stars. Kim Cole is on there.
Okay.
So I was looking at him going, do I know him?
That's August.
That was him.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But anyway, Nick Cannon is busy expanding his ever-growing army of offspring. Mariah Carey allegedly wants him to step it up with his firstborn children. According to Radar Online, Mimi is pressing Nick to carve out more time for their 11-year-old twins, Monroe and Moroccan. As the co-parents whose divorce was finalized back in 2016 are in the midst of raising preteens in the limelight, it sounds like Mariah wants to ensure they keep a solid foundation.
11 years old.
Forget it, Mariah. It's over.
They're the oldest, right, of his kids.
I know that when you married him, he didn't have any kids. So it's not fair to you. You was married. You had kids with a man. And you didn't think he was going to be Father Abraham.
Right. Had many sons. Many sons had Father Abraham.
Lovely T says, Mariah Carey. I like Lovely T. I watch her. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon step out as a family in matching ensembles to take their twins to the 2017 Kids' Choice Awards. That was a post that she had.
That's cute.
Despite his busy and emotionally demanding schedule, though, Cannon is all for his lifestyle choice. A source says that Nick thinks it's crazy wonderful having all these kids, Radar Online reports, as he is currently expecting yet another child. At least the long-time Wild 'N Out host is committed to the life he's leading. He's in the hospital. We already talked about that yesterday for pneumonia.
Like physically, he can't even keep up. So, dude.
And they're all babies. Yeah. It's all fun and games when they're not walking.
Gaga, Google next.
Mariah got the 11-year-olds.
They're becoming preteens. Wow.
So she can forget about that. Talking about carve out time for them. Honey, there is no time.
And they're getting to the point, that age where they're like, Dad, where are you? Dad, I thought you was coming.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, Wendy. Nick is now in the hospital with pneumonia.
Yeah.
So physically, he's not going to be able to do it. We said that.
Right. Especially with the health concern, his health concerns too.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see where this goes. But
she can forget it. Sorry, Mimi.
He has a lot of kids to take care of.
Too many kids.
And he's made it known publicly that he's going to support them all and be there for them. So the public is looking. He's living in a glass house. So we're all looking like, you neglected that one, baby number 10. Nick, baby number 2, you didn't come to their thing. Nick, baby number 5, you didn't do your job. See, we're gonna be watching him.
Emerald says he is very proud of having all these children. He even congratulated Elon for having several children too.
How many kids Elon got?
Elon got a lot of kids too.
Oh my goodness. Different baby mothers?
Yeah, they just spawns. But the thing is that go ahead and have them. I don't care. That's your life. You can afford them. But quit saying that you're going to be there because you're not. Yeah. You're physically not able to be there. So stop saying it.
Especially when they all get older.
I'd rather have you just be honest and say, you know what? I feel like I'm not going to be here long. I have lupus. I have a lot of health issues. I want to
leave a legacy, a family.
If I leave 30 kids behind, I'm good.
Yeah.
As long as they financially taken care of for the rest of their life, I'm good. But I'm physically not going to be there for them. So if you think
try my best,
but I have a whole host. All these women have men in their in their lives. They have fathers, they have brothers, they have uncles and cousins who have said they would step up and they'll be there for the baseball games and the basketball games. But I'm physically not able to do that.
Right.
If he did that, maybe, even though I don't like it, I would at least give him more props. Yeah. But quit saying you're going to be there and you're not.
You're not going to be able to. The fact that you're not there now, you're in the hospital.
Yeah. Wendy says Nick is not expected to live that long. He sees these children will make him immortal. I think so. Emerald says he is about quantity, not quality. That's what I think.
That's the problem.
But you do better just saying that though.
Because even with the 2 that you first had and kicked it with,
that's
still quality time with the 2 people. You're in part giving more time to them.
Right.
A part of who you are to leave that legacy.
Right. And I find it funny that Mariah Carey is asking him to have more time. Is she a knucklehead?
I don't know. She's probably felt like because she was his wife.
No, honey, you don't have twins, no special.
You know, the other ones are baby mamas.
And he had a child that passed away.
I know.
So he even has to give more time to her than the mother because she's pregnant again. Ugh. So he's going to have to, that's going to be a touchy one.
Yeah.
He's going to have to really watch that one because they lost a child. So when the new one comes, she going to be like, nah, man, you got to be here.
And the sad thing about it is that it's not even the kids. Now you got to give attention to the mommy.
Because you're sleeping with them.
And she's the one who lost a child. So now you got to carve time out for her too.
And none of these women have men. Mariah has a boyfriend, but he's her dancer. He's backup dancer. He's been there forever. But what's going to happen if any of these women get married again or have a man or something?
I don't even know.
Are we going to have Russell Wilson raising your children like Future? Because Future don't raise his kids.
You want somebody to step in to raise the children. So even if it's a step or
All right, the last story. You always want to know who the donkey of the day is.
What is it today?
This ATM at an Art Basel has a twist. It posts a picture of you with your bank balance.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What ATM is this?
Yeah.
Who put this out?
Hold on, just everybody relax and calm down.
Oh my goodness.
What if everyone in the room knew your bank balance?
Oh no.
A Brooklyn art collective has created an ATM that lets people put their balance on display at the Art Basel in Miami Beach.
Oh no.
The ATM created by MSCHF puts the cash balance of those who use it on display at the art fair and ranks people by wealth. American DJ and music producer Diplo posted on Twitter a video of him taking the #1 spot on the ATM at 3 million on Friday. ATM leaderboard is an extremely literal distillation of wealth flaunting impulses, said Daniel Greenberg, co-founder of MSCHF. From its conception, we had mentally earmarked this work for a location like Miami Basel, and place where there is a dense concentration of people renting Lamborghinis and wearing Rolexes. The ATM was sold for $75,000 at Art Basel, Greenberg told NPR. Wherever the ATM crops up next is up to the discretion of the buyer, but top scores on the leaderboard will remain on the ATM after each showing to encourage people to top previous users. It's like a video game. The top score, your name is the top scorer until somebody beats you. You stay up there.
Your amount that's in the thing.
MSCHF creates products that often go viral with the help of top influencers. Kylie Jenner, with over 370 million followers on Instagram, as of December 3rd, shared a photo of a pair of imitation Birkenstock sandals and made with leather from Hermes Birkin bags. Hermes, is it Hermes Birkin? Y'all know I don't wear designer stuff. She snagged from MSCHF last year. Lil Nas X partnered with he did those sneakers, those Satan shoes.
Yeah.
Remember they had the vial of blood in it?
Yeah.
An aftermarket Nike sneaker with drops of blood that sold out in under a minute. MSCHF was sued by Nike last year for selling their shoes, which cost $1,018 a pair. So they like doing stuff that's artsy and different.
I know, but I don't know about that. That's not safe. That's not safe to flaunt what's in your account.
And Diplo said he won. He posted saying he won. But think about this. He posted that, right? Saying he won. But look, you can see everybody else who was on there.
Thank you. It shows everybody's account and how much they have in it. That's not safe. I don't care how artsy that is and how new that is. Do you know how many people out there are looking at you going, let's get her. Let's go and rob her.
And just
let's
for
go
the
to
fact,
her house and hold her hostage.
And just for the fact that, let's just say for the sake of argument, most people that's rich, whatever, that's not their only bank account.
I know that, but still.
But let's say this. In this time where people are struggling to make ends meet, and people have, they out of work or inflation, people trying to buy homes
people
and all this.
Been passed away because of COVID.
Why do we want to see you guys have a game
bank accounts
on who has more money?
Flaunting your bank accounts and what you got in there. Man, I got more. They're 31 million. Man, I top you. And then the next girl come along. I got. Well, he wins million.
So far. He has 3 million, so he's at the top of the chain.
Who's gonna do this?
Emerald says, "I wouldn't want anyone knowing that I was rich or broke. Period."
Thank you.
That's the other. Excuse me. Now you go the other side.
Yeah.
You don't have nothing in your account, and that flashes up on the thing.
But I don't even understand. Like you're saying, I think if it was just you, you make that decision. But if it flaunts everybody else's accounts, now you're in trouble.
That's what I'm saying. It's showing the leaderboard.
I guess they don't mind.
He posted this on.
He
posted this.
I'm just saying it's
unsafe. So on Twitter,
it's unsafe. Even though they all may feel like him.
Balance inquiry. Your checkings. Checking or saving? Should be your checkings.
Yes, so can I have some ice cream? Okay.
Right. All right, yeah.
Okay.
One.
See, now who's the 45,000? Number 106. That means over 100 people done this. This person got $338.14. They got $300. Look, they got $330 more than I got in mine.
Who does this?
Oh my God.
This is a game to people. That's so unsafe to know that boy got $3 million in his account.
What happens if you go in and it's negative?
You still show it. They'll show your negative account.
What if you go in and you owe them money?
I don't like this. Oh my God. I just, for me, even though it's fun to a lot of these people that's doing it, for me, it's unsafe.
But why would you do that?
Society that's gonna go.
But why would you use this machine and you got $338?
Because they wanted.
You number 106.
They wanted to be on this whole.
You know how this is gonna catch on, and I believe this is gonna be out in the public. I believe it is because this is this generation.
They like that.
Even if it's $5, you want to see where do I stick on the list? Am I number 5,569?
Okay.
Am I number 500?
One day,
y'all know this gonna be out.
They make $1 million.
Y'all, this is the future, y'all.
I want to see my account.
Y'all know this is the future, right?
I want y'all to see.
And I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. We laughing right now, but in the future, it's probably gonna be. All ATMs are going to be like that. And there's a reason why they're going to do it like that.
Why?
They're going to have some legal reason why it's like
Showing
that.
people's accounts and what they got in there.
Your face.
Well,
and how much
know
you got
they're
in your
gonna-
account.
I know they're gonna probably do the face and the fingertips and all of that.
Guess
but
guess
still.
why? Because it won't be money anymore. Everything will be digital currency.
Oh.
So it's not giving you money. It's giving you your digital currency on something like your hand or something that you can put up, and it'll show your face, and you put your hand up, and it'll recharge your number. And if you only got $2, it's gonna be like, get out of here.
Can't y'all see creepiness?
This the future,
if
y'all.
If you got to use your hand, can't you see creepiness? Somebody cutting your hand off.
Oh, they're gonna cut your hand off.
Get to your account.
Yeah, they're gonna cut your hand off.
No.
But then your face don't match that person's face. But then I don't know.
And then if you get plastic
Remember
surgery,
in
you don't look like that no more.
Remember in those movies, they take your eyeballs out
Yeah,
and all that and do all that.
push and put it up to the little camera.
And you're right. If you with all the plastic surgery, the thing is like, I don't recognize
you. You got a nose job and you got some hygiene.
We went to see Violent Night today.
Yeah, Violent Night
with Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know who the mom was, did you? The mother. Not the black lady, the other lady. The older lady. She was in Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation.
With Chevy Chase.
I couldn't remember her name, but
she
I
didn't even look. Her face looked totally different.
Her voice, I kind of recognized.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
So
they made her look different.
No, that was plastic surgery.
Oh, you're kidding! That's not like a thing they put on her to make her look that character.
Emerald says the IRS and creditors should have access to this information, and Wendy says mark of the beast.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm telling you, that's going to be the future.
There you go.
It's going to be the future.
And you have to have money to get food and everything.
Yep.
Or that mark or whatever.
You won't be able to buy anything.
So they made this the donkey of the day. He made this.
He made them the donkey of the day
because of what they're doing with this system.
Right. Because it's stupid.
Oh, it is
to
crazy.
have a system like
that.
That
is not good.
All right, that was it. You have anything else?
Mm-mm.
You have something, Mom?
We'll see. Right. We'll see who wins between Raphael and
tonight
Herschel Walker. Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on. Let's go back to where's your thing at? Right here. I want to see it. Did it close yet? I don't think it closed yet, did it? No, where's your Google?
It's not closed.
Where's your Google?
Just hit me.
This?
It's 3 more hours, so we'll see what time's gonna close today.
Where's the poll? Let's see.
They still haven't had a lot of the
Georgia, what?
POLL or runoff
results. They don't have them now, do they? Oh, they do. Let's see, y'all. Hold on. Shift A.
Because it's 6 there.
They didn't have a lot of the white Republicans coming out early.
All you need to know is who came in yet. Oh, no, this is old.
That's old.
This
yeah.
old.
They don't have it yet because I think they're still. Don't the polls close at 7?
Yeah, they don't have it.
It's 6 there.
But why is it saying runoff? This is runoff.
Oh, U.S. Senate runoffs, Georgia. Maybe the ratings now, the status now, but not the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this isn't. This is old. Live updates. So we don't show nothing, I guess, till the poll closes. All right, y'all. So we'll see.
We'll see who wins.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s son says he hopes for a record voter turnout in Georgia. My dad used to say, isn't it something your dad is Martin Luther King?
I know.
My dad used to say a voteless people is a powerless people, and one of the most important steps that we must take is that step toward the ballot box. He told CNN's Wolf Blitzer on Tuesday.
Yes, my dad.
And Wolf, he had his issues. Y'all remember Wolf was getting kinky with people.
Mm-hmm.
These people, I'm telling you, it's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
It is.
But okay, so here we go. We don't know.
We'll see.
We don't know.
Follow it, you guys. We can talk about it tomorrow.
What a block.
Aren't they still waiting on mail-ins and stuff?
They got all of that.
Oh, they received all that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see.
Okay. Watch on CNN Live. They probably not doing a...
We'll see tonight.
Live stream, okay.
I know my mother...
Would otherwise be going to atmosphere. NASDAQ Pure Earth.
Wendy says, okay, Mark of the Beast. Wendy says, bye, Mom. Wendy says, bye, Mom.
Bye.
She says, bye, Wendy. Emerald says, thank you, ladies, and have a good night.
Okay.
All right, y'all. So we'll see y'all. God say the same tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
And believe.
Always believe. And make sure y'all subscribe to our other channels. Did you listen to the? I'm gonna ask you every day. Did you listen to the Relax Sleep channel?
I have to sit with you, and you have to show me how to get to all the other fans. Because all I see is the ones I picked.
It's other stuff other than fans,
I
too.
didn't see. I don't know. I want a fan noise.
I put one up. I think I put it today. Dolphins.
I don't think I can sleep with dolphin sound. When you used to a fan,
it was like
fan has a certain
Yeah, it was one. And then I did one with the rain.
I thought I was gonna be able to sleep with the rain sound, but no.
So just fans.
Right now, fans.
Well, it's a million fans. I put a heater.
So I
fan
gotta
up.
show me tonight how to get to all the fans.
All right. So go to our channel, subscribe. Go to Twitch, subscribe to Twitch. I'll start pushing that.
Okay.
Because we have to have at least 50 followers on Twitch.
Okay.
And I don't know if y'all know this, but Twitch is taking over. I don't want to say nothing bad about YouTube, but
okay.
A lot of people are going to Twitch.
They have that in that movie.
And we just went to see the movie. What was that?
Glass Onion.
Glass Onion.
And he was using Twitch.
He was using Twitch. He was not using YouTube. Just saying.
Okay.
It's the wave of the future.
All righty.
You didn't hear that from me, even though I'm on YouTube. Okay. But we're on Twitch. So go to Twitch and subscribe. And make sure y'all subscribe to our Twitch channel, The Woods Report. All right? And that was another Woods Report. Wendy says, Wendy. Oh, okay. Are you on Twitch, Wendy? We'll look and see.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and always believe.
Okay.
See you later.